Hey everybody, I am back again. I was out of town for a few days. It was actually great. I drove down to Kentucky. I went through the Maryland mountains, West Virginia, all the way down to Cave City, Bowling Green area of Kentucky. Stayed there for a few days. I was pretty much off the grid. Wasn't paying attention to what was going on in the media. Didn't hear any Trump derangement syndrome for about 6 days. And then being down south where I was, I met a lot of patriot Americans, Second Amendment loving Americans, Trump supporting Americans. And even though we didn't even talk much about those issues, it was just great not being inundated with the anti-Trump, Trump derangement syndrome hatred that you hear all the time, every time you turn on the news or read an article from someone from CNN or about someone from CNN. So it was a real pleasure to get that break. But now I'm back, and I had heard about the Trump rally in Florida where they were chanting CNN sucks, CNN sucks, and Jim Acosta got accosted by a little old lady that told him that he was fake news and that he should go home or whatever. And while that's hysterical in itself, then of course there's Brian Stetler of CNN. Trump is leading the hate movement against the mainstream media. Like it says on the bottom, trust in media at an all-time low, and that is not because of Trump leading some hate movement towards corporate media, Brian Stelter. That's because you lie, you spew propaganda and hatred towards Trump and Trump supporters and the policies that we voted for, which Trump is actually keeping, and the economy is getting better. Look at the GDP report from last week. You, Brian Stetler, and Jim Acosta, and the rest of CNN, and MSNBC, and the rest of the fake news corporate media outlets have been spewing and leading hate against Trump, against the deplorables, for over 2 years now, non-stop, every single day. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And for you to say that Trump is leading a hate movement against corporate media, what about Maxine Waters calling out, her supporters to harass them when you see them in gas stations and malls, to get around them and form a mob and tell them that they ain't welcome there anymore? And what about this? CNN, again. Is there a trend here or something? CNN's David Gergen, blood on Trump's hands if there's violence against MSM. Again, what about Maxine Waters? Does she have violence on her, blood on her hand? She's literally telling her people to go out there and harass Trump cabinet members, Trump supporters probably in general. We just saw how those very same Maxine supporters were burning the American flag while chanting, "Black power, black power, black power," while burning an American flag. There's plenty of evidence, video evidence of the left, Democrat, liberal, Antifa supporters from the left physically attacking Trump supporters. There's the girl that got eggs thrown at her face. There was the girl who I don't even think she was a Trump supporter per se. She had the Make Bitcoin Great Again hat. She was attacked. The kid at Whataburger, where that Mexican guy snatched off his hat, threw a soda in his face, told him he was going to burn the hat. All of this is because of the hatred that the mainstream media, the corporate press, is inciting on a daily basis against Trump and his supporters, because we're all racists and bigots and xenophobes and homophobes, and we're all Nazis, and Trump himself is literally Hitler, and they hear this every single day. What about the guy who shot Steve Scalise and a few other people at the Republican baseball game? What about the Berkeley professor with the U-lock that smashed the kid over the head? What about the riots at Berkeley? This is all coming from the left. It's all well documented. What about those 4 black thugs up in, I think, Chicago? They kidnapped that kid with like autism, tied him up, beat him, cut his skull, told, F Trump, F white people. What about that? How come we always hear about all this so-called hatred from the right, but there is no evidence of it? Not a video online can back that up. And every time you do hear about some kind of hate crime, a Muslim girl getting her hijab ripped off, or some swastika being sprayed up on some Jewish church or something, it always turns out to be fake. It's a false flag. That person does it to themselves to report a hate crime, to get sympathy, I don't know, to start a war of some sort maybe. Who knows what the reason behind their twisted logic is, but there is no evidence. I haven't seen videos of Trump supporters going around beating up people wearing Hillary shirts. I haven't seen video of right-wingers going around and beating up someone that watches CNN. There's no evidence for it. But yet you'll see CNN saying that Trump is leading a hate movement and that Trump has blood on his hands if someone attacks a journalist. Yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to go out there and beat up Anderson Cooper because we have nothing better to do with our lives, like, maybe get a job and earn a living and buy a house and be successful and be prosperous and be happy. No, because we don't have Trump derangement syndrome. We don't have left-wing derangement syndrome. We are just trying to live our lives as peacefully and as prosperously and as happy as possible. And we're happy that we have a president that actually cares about America and wants to make America great again. And it is okay to make America great again. And we shouldn't have to be afraid of speaking out that we want to make America great again. So, if you support making America great again, and if you'd like to support my channel, which I'd appreciate very much, if you see the t-shirt above me right now, it's one of 2 designs that I made that are available on Teespring, the link in the box below. This one comes in red, white, and blue, also in a red hoodie, and the other design says, "I'm not a Russian bot, you're just fake news." CNN is fake news. MSNBC is fake news. That's why your ratings suck. That's why nobody trusts you. Not because of Trump. Trump is just speaking directly to America because he knows how you guys twist his words, how you report one sentence and take it out of context, like the whole animals thing. He's talking about vicious, brutal, murdering MS-13 gangbangers, and you make it like he's talking about immigrants, all immigrants. That is fake news. That's why nobody likes you. That's why everyone chants CNN sucks. But you know what? They have the right to chant CNN sucks. You don't have the right to tell people to go out and start violence. Maxine Waters. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for this. It's frustrating, but, it is what it is. These people are a bunch of fake propagandists. They do suck. They are fake news. They know they're just grasping for straws right now because they know they're sinking and there's nothing left for them to do but to be as crazy as possible. Nobody listens to them anymore. Nobody watches them anymore. A few diehard Hillary Clinton supporters maybe, that's about it. Or if you're just watching them to hear and see these people lose their minds as like entertainment. But otherwise, CNN especially, their ratings absolutely suck. And there's a reason why. So anyway, that's all I have. What do you think? Leave comments down in the box below. Like this video if you like it. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel. And like I said, check out these t-shirts. Support my channel. Show your support for America, for making America great again. And that these fake news CNN types and radical leftists like Maxine Waters can't intimidate you. Anyway, that's all I have for now. I am out of here.